Sass. Today we're going to share our top 10 tips on how you can be more time efficient as a business owner and free up time to find a bit more balance in life. So tip number 1 is to delegate. And in fact, what we need to do is become really good at delegating and learning to love to delegate. What I try and do is take all my skills and everything I've learned over the years and pass them on to my staff and actually make them better than me, so they can be doing the work, and it helps free up my time to do more important stuff like working on the business.
Tip number 2 is to tame your inbox. So we can spend all day looking at our emails, dealing with them the moment they come in, but what's really important is to schedule time out regularly throughout the day to check your inbox, deal with them, and then get on with work. So recommendation is to maybe check first thing in the morning, then just after lunch, and then before you leave for the day, so you're not locked into your emails, not able to do work.
Absolutely. Tip number 3 is to automate. You'll be quite surprised at the technology that we have out there, a lot of cloud-based programs that will be able to do a lot of the tasks for you, freeing up your time again to be working on more important things. So what I suggest is to actually sit down and have a bit of a brainstorming session and figure out those things that you're doing quite manual within the business. You might have 10, 20 steps involved, those pain points, and then do a bit of research and figure out what programs are out there. Just some examples can be email automation, could be signing up new clients, could even be social media marketing,
CRM programs.
Yeah, there's so much automation that you can be doing within your business.
Also, look at hiring a virtual assistant, an overseas one. Nowadays it's really easy and really cheap. It can be around $10 an hour to hire a virtual assistant. And look at that first tip, the delegation, and see what you can delegate to them. So you'll be really surprised at what you end up offloading to them. It could be just even checking your emails throughout the day and sending you urgent ones, and maybe booking into your calendar tasks to deal with in the next coming days.
Yeah.
Talk to people who have used a virtual assistant and get recommendations of who they've used as a starting point.
Absolutely, it's kind of like that PA role, isn't it?
Yeah.
You could be doing any of your calendar, travel, social media, typing, research. There's so much that they could be doing.
Yeah.
And again, freeing up your time, becoming more time efficient. Yeah, cool. So tip number 5 is the ability to be able to work remotely, so you're actually not stuck in the office. One of the best things that we ever did was actually working from home. When there's no distraction around, when there's no noise around, and you're able to, again, work on the business, but just being having that ability to work from a cafe or working from another country, just having that ability to be flexible within your business as well. Yeah.
Contemplate starting early and finishing early. So think about all those tasks that you can get done without, like you just said, without phone calling, without inquiries coming in. Do it what works for you, but potentially get up nice and early in the morning and deal with those tasks so that you can finish earlier during the day.
Yeah, that's what I do, and it really works well for me. I used to think that I was more productive at night.
No,
No, I'm not. Definitely not. Number 7, one of my favourite, is have a calendar, and I really recommend a digital calendar. We work with Outlook, and I just live by my calendar. It's that whole set and forget. So no matter what task comes through, whether it's something for a client or it's something internally we need to work on, even personal stuff, everything goes into my calendar. I fully utilise all the functions of Outlook. So again, set and forget, and it really helps you become more organised.
And I guess that comes to our next tip, is have you time. So schedule into your calendar time for you. Set some boundaries when you do want to work and when you don't. So it might be that you finish at 5 and you don't do any work after then. No work in the weekends. Quite often in the past I found myself going, I'll do it in the weekends, we'll catch up. In fact, you're taking time away from you and your family. So calendar out what you need to do in your calendar, and then schedule time for yourself. Really important.
And it's those hard rules. Like I realised that the business sucked up as much time as I was up to give it, and I didn't realise I'd just set bad habits. And then the fact that I could reduce my working hours, I just had bad habits. I was working at nights, working on weekends, and once I put those hard rules on, you know,
stuck to them.
and stuck to them, and then break those bad habits. What a difference it makes. Yeah. And then number 9 is having a default diary. So what I mean by that is having default times booked and locked into your calendar where you actually work on the business. It's so important. You can get so tied up in the day-to-day stuff, you know, especially if you're having to work both for clients and on the business.
Yeah.
So I know that I like to keep Fridays free, so that's the time where I'll be working on the business, and I have, you know, sort of a to-do list that I'll work through. So that's what we mean by default diary. So it could be a Monday morning, it could be a Wednesday morning, whatever it might be. Just make sure you have that time locked in
And stick to it.
and stick to it. That's the key.
It could be even taking this top 10 video and re-watching it every week just to remind you what you can be doing.
And working through each step one at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
And our last tip for the day is to keep a clear desk. So I've been watching Marie Kondo on Netflix, and she talks about having a clean home, so there's less noise. So the same goes for your work environment. Walking into work and your desk is clear, and when you walk out of work, the desk is clear as well. Less noise, and makes you feel a little de-stressed.
Yeah, and it kind of works in, like, at the end of the day, I think, yes, you clear your desk, but you clear your inbox as well. Like, think of it like that.
Yeah.
You're getting yourself ready for the next day. So you've cleared your desk, you've cleared what emails, you've made sure your calendar's up to date. So when you start the next day, you're all ready to rock and roll.
And also when you go home, it's all dealt with.
Yeah.
You're not sitting on the couch or something at night going, oh gosh, I forgot to clear that, or so it's just decluttering.
Yeah. So they are our top 10 tips. Now, to be honest, we could keep going, but we need to, you know, 10 is a good number to start with. So my challenge to you is to actually take these tips away and slowly work on it and see what changes you can make for yourself to give yourself more balance within your business and more time to spend with your family as a business owner.
Yeah.
That's right. Perfect. Thanks for watching.